Hello. So kind of an impromptu Sunday chat. So Eeka is here today, and we had somebody ask a question in the comments. And anytime you have questions for him, yeah, definitely throw them in the comment section. And what I'm going to do today, before I forget to, or before I can't find it again, or I'm going to have him answer these questions. I'm actually going to be doing two videos, two podcasts today, and not live because that's stressful. So that's not. We have got a lot of rain too, which makes it, rather Irish weather here, which is quite nice. So yeah, the question before I bring him up, right, let's bring this up so I can see it. And so the person says, hello, right? Of course, this would make an interesting video, and I was wondering if they have hair salons on Era, and on Era, do they have hair problems? So anyway, so first question is the hair salons. Yeah, they do in the cities. I live out in a rural area, so I've never really would frequent anything like that. I don't do that here either. So it's like, but I wear my hair in different styles there. We do do a lot of adornment that I certainly would not do here. But yeah, they do. Do they have hair problems? You know, that's it's always hard to talk to a lot of different people. Yeah, I'm sure there's definitely people who probably are trying to do things with their hair and their hair doesn't want to do it. I'm sure that's possible, it's definitely possible. Yeah, so like different, hair issues like dandruff and whatever. I can't speak for everybody. I personally don't know. He doesn't have a place like God, he's a I know. I don't know anyone who does. Yeah, so he just said that it's most likely that what you see here is because of the stuff you put in your hair. So we don't put any kind of toxic stuff in our hair. But you can't, you're on Earth, so you can't avoid, junk basically, um, for sure. So yeah, no, I've never heard anybody with lice. That's not, well, even here, I've never heard of anybody. But I would say, like he's saying, we don't, of course, on Arrow, we don't wash our hair with shampoos like you do here. So that's your main really. I gotta watch what I'm. Oh, shampoo is great for your hair, by the way. I gotta watch what I say. But you know what I mean. We don't use any of these soap products. So yeah, there you go. You can extrapolate the rest of that. That's like, yeah, you can get pulled off of YouTube for less. Okay, houses, bathrooms. Yeah, we have that in our house. So actually what I'm going to do is the houses and the bathrooms. We do actually pull this up. Share screen. I've been fighting with the AI. It does a lousy job of showing houses. Let's see. Let's bring this up. Yes, open, bring it up. Okay. Where's our picture here? Nope, not that one. Sliding over to where I have pictures. Staying there it is. So all right. I tried putzing with the with the AI to get something of what our house looks like. It doesn't look anything. Well, I mean, oh, there's Jesse. So it's something, they're very organic. And our house is small. We don't have a lot of big houses. Where's that other picture I had here somewhere? Oh, must be, oh, it should be after this. It's a long. Plus it's kind of a combination of that. Go back to this. Oh, I'm too fast for the so it's a combination of this, like the organic shape. It's very round like that. It reminds me of like the houses in Greece where you have that, they're white. Um, so it looks kind of like this. It's 2 stories and something like that. I mean, it's more simple like this. I guess like that last bottom right picture would be like not close, but something like that. It's not very fancy. It has 2 stories. The first floor, we have the kitchen, yeah, a bathroom, and a small bedroom. And the second floor has bedroom, and we only have one bathroom. And the second floor has somebody they had asked to a media room. We have a Jesse, Jesse. We have a media room upstairs, a holographic, and also another bedroom. So it's pretty simple. We spend most of our time outside as long as we can. See, Jesse's all excited. All right. So now let me kind of answer some more of these questions. He can come in too with some of these questions. Um, this person also asks, let's see. I should probably read this with glasses so I can actually read it. Okay. That's a plus. All right, let's see. Okay. Yes. And they said, yeah, the house is a bathroom. So we have a bathroom and high-tech rooms. Yes. On the second floor, we have a like a media room, I guess what you call it, with where people can, we have holographic tech. So yeah, do they this is where he's gonna turn 3. Do they go to the bathroom? Of course. So a human body is a human body wherever you are, in 4D. So yeah, I mean, for sure. There's why we have bathrooms. I mean, because that's what happens, unfortunately, I guess. Do they eat chocolates? Yeah, healthy sweets like dark chocolates, even though dark chocolate, yeah. Yeah, we do have sweets actually. They're very sugary. But they're not, we use different kinds of sweetener. We don't use sugar. I remember one that I liked there. It would be as similar to what a French cream. I was trying to find out what this thing is like. The flavor is like orange mango, and they're all molded. They're shaped. There's something like marzipan that you mold them into shape. So it was shaped like houses, all different buildings. I don't know why they would mold them into buildings, but it was, and as something that I guess I liked, and I'm not crazy about here, but it tastes like a French cream. Yeah, they have sweets, jams, all those things. Well, a lot of the food you have here is all the same stuff we have up there. So I had asked you, no, I think, no, Linda had asked Eeka. That's right. Yeah, Linda had asked you what you like. And like, you like a lot of stuff. Well, they don't eat meat, and he does not eat meat. He doesn't like, so some of the foods that just pop up, I've been spending more time, discussing these things with him. He doesn't like, macaroni and cheese, like stuff like that, very heavy type things. He doesn't like that. Like, and then you said your favorite is peaches, yes, and strawberries. You like strawberries, peaches. Yeah, he's not real fussy when it comes to, he likes most food. So like here, if I get different stuff like Thai food or, he likes that. Some of the Italian food he likes, he doesn't really like tomato sauce, except, and I know that I'm going to make point of that, except Linda's sauce, which he would eat. That's the only he does not a big fan. I had a different kind of pizza the other day because he doesn't really like pizza. It's the tomato sauce and too much. Definitely not a lot of cheese on there. He doesn't like that. Oh God, we had one. It was arugula with just a light amount of cheese, and that I think he liked that. It's not as offensive. He likes chocolate. I mean, so yeah, chocolates. We do have all kinds of food like that. Give me a see. So I'm just curious. Since the physical body can be limiting, well, it is. They don't see it. I mean, okay. He says no, you shouldn't see the physical body as limiting. The physical body is an enhancement. And if we consider the possibilities that being in a physical body offer you, it's quite an adventure. So he's trying to compare, right? He's trying to compare what you would think about not being in a physical body. He wants you to think about that. He wants you to understand the difference between what it would be like to not be able to experience the things that you can, like eating, right? In a physical body that you can't experience without having a physical body. So he says it's a great joy. to be in this body, in your body, to respect all bodies, and to break it down into very simple ways of experiencing this physical moment that you have. Okay, he's showing me things like, so I get a lot of images right now, but it's like, just to shorten it, like, idea of like walking barefoot, feeling the snow, experiencing the different things that you can do in your body, go swimming, enjoying sports that you might want to play, just moving, going for a walk in the woods, playing an instrument, listening to music, experiencing music with friends, having a dinner party, having people over, having anything. He says to just spend time with each other. Okay. All right. So there's that. So he says, he's just asking you to consider physicality. I totally understand what you mean there, because yeah, it's definitely an irritant sometimes, but he doesn't see that way. He's yeah, he doesn't necessarily. He said it's all about perspective. Okay, all right. Well, they'll be able to heal quicker than. So, are they able to heal quicker than most humans on Earth? All right, I'll ask. Well, he says no. You heal the same. Okay. I think what you might be thinking about is like jumping into a med bed. We don't jump into med beds. I mean, I think people have a false. Well, you get all these people on there talk about med beds and healing chambers, and most people don't go into those things. If you get whatever something happens, you just let it go naturally, basically. Um, yeah. So unless it's a severe injury or something, that would be. So I've also so what I guess ultimately to that question is in a natural state, do their bodies they would heal the same. So I've also noticed that the new age is spreading misinformation towards, okay, yeah, the new age. So the new age, remember, not everyone in the new age, how many people are in the new age community? That's crazy. We can't really. Um, so let me move forward. I'll get rid of bring him up some of the houses. All right. So look at it after a while. Anyway, you get an idea of something of what the house looks like. It's small. We're not interested. I live out in the country. So, if you go into the city where there's apartments and everything is wild. That's why I would never spend any time in the city. But anyway, so I was thinking, okay. Yeah. So new age community, it's such a huge thing. Some of it's quite beautiful. You think of like the singing bowls and all that kind of, some of the spiritual stuff, you can really enjoy yourself with that. We have that back home too. What do you want to say about, like, well, we don't have a new age community, but I mean, it's just sort of part of our culture. The metaphysics, right? Oh. He says you can use the metaphysics, is a way to sort of appreciate things that are, I know you should wouldn't he's giving me a feeling instead of a word. So now I gotta think of the word. I hate that. Oh my God. I'm gonna say expansive. Expansive. To help you to he says expand your mind, because you can really have okay, so he's showing me, you're sitting by the beach and you're, looking at the sky, and you hear the water, and you're smelling the salt, and the birds are singing, and it's all these beautiful things. It's this beach, the warm sun on you, and he says that's new age. Just spending what Earth does calls new age. So to embrace and express yourself in a dualistic, co-creative way with the environment that's around you, including other people that you're spending time with or you're thinking about. So he says to, okay, experience time and expressions. I'm going to use the word multidimensional, right? Interdimensional, multidimensional. Okay, multidimensional. So essentially what he's saying is you can, like, you're not trapped in your body. You can actually use your mind, your thoughts, to experience other places and to sort of transcend time space. So that's not new age. It's just experiencing. All right, I'm gonna keep going reading. Okay, so I'm keep going. All right. You see, where were we? Something about all right, the new way. Okay, so the light codes, the light activations, the channeling, bringing AI implants, AI codes, right? So some of that stuff. Okay, so there's some person, I guess. So this person said that archangels were like AI beings since Arc was an archangels. She had another video on, oh no, okay. So the archangel, I don't know anything about that. I'm not going to even like, he's not going to answer that. We're not going to answer that. We don't want to talk about anybody. So this lady, I guess, did another video on Elena Danan being a new age fraud. Well, that's not very nice, I don't think, to attack people. So I would never do anything like that. I'm going to be honest with you. Elena is not a new age fraud. She really is a contactee. Thorhan is real. And I know a lot of people, I mean, it's maybe, and like I said, it's not, I don't know her personally. So I would never say anything one way or the other. But no, even Jesse is like, no, Thorhan is, like I said, Thorhan is real. Ardana is real. The XL6 is real. Um, and I'm just going to say Elena Denon, yes, has gone upstairs. She goes upstairs for sure, just like you do. She's been up physically. Yes, that's true. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm just going to say there's room for everybody here. And it's like anywhere else. If you're living upstairs, on your planet or on a ship or whatever, you do you. That's all. I just think there's room for everybody. I don't think we have to go after anybody. Use your discernment. If it works for you, go with it. If it doesn't work with you, that's fine. Nobody's 100%. If they say they're 100% and we all make mistakes, and I make a lot of mistakes, Eka makes a lot of mistakes. Sometimes my telepathy isn't as strong as it is other times. It's the way it is, right? So low right. Oh God, she really. Oh, yeah. There's anybody. I think if you're going to name call people, it ends up being. That would be a red flag for me. Somebody who's takes the time to public. Well, actually, it's slander, to be honest. So you got to really be careful. So if this person used this, not you, obviously, the commenter here, but this individual who does this, I don't know if they have a podcast or a website or what they do, some kind of stuff concerning galactic and new agey things, I suppose. If they're actually calling somebody out and saying bad things about them, that's actually slander. So that's their business. That would be a red flag for me, though, for sure. Not that they don't do that upstairs. Oh God, they sure do. So you just avoid people like that. She says the Galactic Federation is an AI entity. Are you an eight? No. All right, good luck to that person. I don't know what to tell a person like that. Yes, I'm going to say this. What could happen is, if somebody is being controlled by the three-letter agencies and all of the handlers, there's so many of them, and all of us have been hit by these people, for sure. Especially those of us who are here and working in the galactic realm. They definitely we're the enemy, so they want to get us. But yeah, could somebody think they were talking to the Galactic Federation and it's actually an AI or some other kind of handler-based gray technology? Absolutely. Is there a Galactic Federation? Yes, there is. Um, so yeah, I mean, both of these things can be correct. That there is a Galactic Federation, but not everyone who thinks they're talking or working with the Galactic Federation really is. They could be under assault by the bad guys for sure. So, so I had forgot the channel names. Okay. So we don't know. I think she said she went by this person, whatever, who goes by Pleiadian healer. I mean, if anybody named Pleiadian healer to me would be a red flag. I always say, and actually Elena says the same thing. To be fair, what's a Pleiadian? I mean, there's all kinds of different Pleiadians. Some of them are benevolent, and some of them are not. So when I talk to somebody from the Pleiades or the man system, I know who they are. It's a one-on-one conversation. I always say it's kind of a red flag too if somebody is talking to some kind of non-physical woo-woo type Pleiadian cluster or something that can be I'm just gonna say I've never talked to anybody like that. I don't know, and neither of us know what that would be. I mean, are there dead Pleiadians? Yes. I mean, then you'd be. I've talked to a ghost who is, because they're just humans, just like other people. So I don't know a lot of that stuff. So now she does a lot of shamanic, yeah, whatever, So, and yes, she has. This is she has sessions of escaping the Matrix for $9,000. Wow. Okay, that's which. Yeah, you do you, like I said. I would strongly be wary of spending that as support. No, but yeah, but she had a diffuse. She exposes the, yeah, well, whatever. Which I had found to be mostly good. Okay, so I wonder sometimes, are there any good ETs out there like Eeka? Oh, Brown knows you. Look at that. Brown. He sounds so sweet and cool. He is very sweet and cool. There's a lot. There's billions of wonderful off the planet people, and beings that are just super awesome. Absolutely. So I wonder what do the people in Era feel about agendas like the New Age? We don't have that. We don't have religion. We don't have occult stuff. Um, okay, so similarities of giving up your power to false AI beings and many agendas out there. Do people give up their power? Yeah, they do. Do they give up their power upstairs? Yeah, they do, and that's what we're fighting right now. Um, People giving up their power. Anytime you have somebody take control over you, I think you're giving up your power. You have to be careful about that. Not that our anarchy is the way to go, but there's some serious issues that we're dealing with right now, upstairs. No one's perfect, and they've got a lot of stuff to work on upstairs. I mean, I think that that's the one thing that I see. I'm not perfect. Nika's not perfect for sure. We're not saying anybody's is perfect, but it's just like, I think there's a lot of people upstairs that are out of touch, simply by, and it's not their fault. Everybody can be out of touch, with stuff. And it's not that they lack empathy, but it's like if you're out of touch with something, it's a problem. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has to be fixed. So who spread, okay, misinformation. All right. Oh, there's people who spread misinformation upstairs for sure. You know, there's all kinds of different people. Yeah, Anika just said, you have to be, just anything. You just got to, be mindful of who you meet. You're going to meet some people that are a little fishy anywhere you go, and, even dangerous. So going up in space is incredibly dangerous, and just flying around, there's a lot, not only the distances, but just, I mean, it's extremely dangerous. There's a lot of, sketchy groups up there for sure. I feel a new age and, oh yeah, the new age and religion caused a lot of fear in people and spreads misinformation, and that, again, a lot of it was created by the deep state, actually, to mislead people on purpose. That's pretty much the goal there. Again, not everybody, like you got a neighbor who does sing sessions with singing bowls, and it's a beautiful experience. So there a lot of healing that can be part of this. It's just, yeah. Let's see. They spread a lot of information about how, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people, so there being a lot of spiritual bypassing. Sure, people are gonna do all they want. And the new age giving you misinformation about beings on Era. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, of course. So I do agree that you can go to Era yourself, and that's what Eeka always says. He says just astral, right? He says it a little bit differently. You just send your consciousness to whatever planet you want to visit, and the truth is there for you. You don't need somebody else to do it for you. That's Saracen. Oh yeah, attacks on, I will say though, I mean, there's attacks on femininity. I mean, there's problems upstairs as well. There's all kinds of really bad, nasty, dark stuff going on other planets and upstairs for sure. Where do you think the sex slaves go? I mean, there's takes all kinds upstairs too. And there's a lot of hells upstairs. Let me tell you, Earth is not as bad as some of other places upstairs. It gets really bad. Uh, Okay. Yeah, the people on Era don't I can't speak about everybody. I mean, just speaking of generally, how do they view Earth people? Usually with great love. You're we're brothers and sisters down here, and they're our brothers and sisters, and yeah, they So terror is not necessarily a world in of itself of deceivers, liars, and charlatans. For sure. There's other planets where this happens, and it happens on Era. So you're gonna have to use your, like anywhere, just keep yourself safe, hang out with people that you like. So I guess where's so people on Terra going along with the nasty agendas that hopefully will change. It's just such a complicated, dark, entrenched system here. Let's see. So people sadly buy into it. They do. They don't. We've all done it. But we're all gullible in some way. And we're people are gullible upstairs too. I mean, it's so. I find myself not liking groups or communities on Earth due to how occultish it can get. Well, if you start to see, yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. I've seen the same thing, which is why I don't really do a lot that way. I think, and it's again, oh, look, we're fighting the same thing upstairs. So it's these groups that all get together and they, you have to. That's. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that humanoids do, but other beings do it too. Just when groups start to get cliquish, I think that's kind of something that you have to put forward in your mind when hey, this is starting to feel a little fishy. There's a little sketch going on here. I'm not feeling comfortable and leave, right? So era must have better organizations and communities of truth. You know, whatever floats your boat, really. Um, so do the people from Era or the Tal have beings that have strong technology or spiritual powers they can communicate through firmaments? No, not really. I mean, I think I'm curious to know if there's spiritual soul connections on Era like twin flames, monad. So those are like, yeah, you could say those are like Earth terms. So twins, those are all like New Age Earth terms. So we don't know what to say to that. I mean, if that makes you, I mean, I always say like if that makes you happy, I mean, do it, right? Um, so we're a what I guess you would call a consciousness split. Once you and I don't even like, and I'll tell him that, and he's kind of, I mean, what is it like when you're dead or out of your? I don't know. Real honestly, does anybody really know? People think they say they know. All these even the I don't even trust the ETs on this. He's laughing like you don't trust. Yeah, you know. I think if you're an extraterrestrial as well, I'm talking about the high level ones, and they say they understand all this stuff. Do they? I don't know. Um, what is because like what is consciousness without a physical form? What is it like to be in that arena? And how do you know like if you're there astrally, if you're really there astrally, or if you're just not having a weird experience there that's kind of what you think it is or what you want it to be? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't answer spiritual questions. I don't see I'm not dead right now, so I don't know. And neither is Eeka. He's not dead either. So I see you wouldn't believe me. I wouldn't believe you. No, I wouldn't. It's like, no, I wouldn't. So are those he just said, he's through. Are those types of 5D and beyond soul growth ascension connections normalized? I have no idea. I mean, that's just I'll be honest with you. Everybody's got their 5 cents to say on some of this stuff. So like I said, do you, right? I mean, yeah, that's what we do. Like I said, we have elders and people that like shamanic type elders that are wise. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't. What is existence? I mean, I don't think anybody can answer that question. And like I said, I don't know. It is what it is, I suppose. So I don't know. So hopefully that left you more confused than he's laughing. Then I hope that left you more confused. Anyway. He just said, just he says be authentic, for yourself. Find those meanings and things that help you to deal with, the struggle that comes with existence. Everybody has struggle. I don't care where you come, right? Some people have different levels of it, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. You know, I asked why is he doesn't know. Why is there so much strife? I don't know. I don't know. Um, but he always says to try to just, for what it's worth, right? But I just want to add that, he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot of trauma, like severe trauma. So, you know, yeah, I guess that's why I look up to him, from what he's been through. And he just says to spend your time with nature and to enjoy the little simple things. I need them to enjoy your physicality. Yeah, you say don't spend a lot of time um worrying about, how you appear, right? He's saying, like, how your shell really is it doesn't matter really. So anyway, all right. I have another podcast I have to do, so I'm gonna bug out. We'll see you. Actually, I'll probably post these two together, so we'll see you again.